Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. This is Agent Norman, and I am Agent Norman simply because I am a licensed health, life, and annuities insurance agent. But we're not here to talk about insurance today. I'm also an authorized telecom dealer, and I also do I also do network marketing. I guess I am the jack of a few trades. I am not the master of all trades, but I do strive to master the few trades that I'm in. Just to give you the heads up, please excuse me. I'm not a videographer. I'm also having problems with the soundboard on either my recording software or on one of the ports on my computer, but I'll try to keep this as clean and as brief as possible. I'd like you to actually join me, Zombie Communications Network, and in return, I'm going to give you the solution to the #1 problem facing marketers today, and this is going to help make you a lot of money, and you should help me make a lot of money. But before we go any further, of course, I can't take on everybody and train everybody, of course, nor do I want to attempt to train everybody. So before we go any further, we just want to clean this up just a little bit because there are some of you here that filled out the mini application that simply truly do not belong here. So let's clarify here. Now, of course, I'm looking for what I call players. I mean, I want people that want to get into the game. I'm not looking for bench warmers, and I certainly don't need any spectators. And of course, this is a business. I mean, it's not your business. We are marketers for other businesses. That's what we do. Your actual business is the marketing itself and networking with other marketers. Now, we're not, of course, trading time, of course, for money. I mean, there's only so much time in a day, so your income will be limited if you're doing that. And, of course, we're not trading labor for pay because you can only do so much work in a day. What we're doing is an actual task, and we're getting paid for completing the task. That task may take you 5 minutes per day, or it may take 30 minutes or an hour per day. That just totally depends on you and how fast that you work. We receive a referral fee, what some people call a commission. I mean, the insurance business, we call it a commission. We get that fee for generating what we call leads, referrals, clients, customers, sales, whichever word you choose, it's all the same. Now, of course, you're going to be 1099. So if you're accustomed to being an employee, you're going to have to start thinking like an employer. You're going to be responsible for your own taxes, and that's the way I actually prefer it. That way I can pay my taxes when I feel like it. Payday is going to be every day, including Saturday and Sunday for most of this stuff. For the telecommunications, when we get down to that point, it's going to be on Fridays by direct deposit. So for those of you all that don't have a bank account, debit card, you're going to have to open a bank account. I mean, you're online now, and we're not doing business via PayPal. Now, of course, you can work anywhere you choose to. The only thing you're going to need is your computer with an internet connection and, of course, a telephone. And is this difficult? Well, you know, of course, that's the biggest question I get, and I can tell you that no, it's not difficult, simply because there are video and written instructions for everything, and you're going to be assigned a personal trainer that you can always get on the phone, talk to, do a join me session or a team viewer session or something like that when you're totally lost. But you're working from home unsupervised, so you can't be a complete idiot. I mean, there's nobody there standing over your shoulder telling you what to do day in and day out. Of course, most of this stuff is going to be completely automated, and it's already done for you anyway, so you don't need any experience, and of course there is no cost to start. We're going to help you make some money before you actually have to spend any money to start upgrading. So let's go ahead and get into a few of the details here, just assuming that each person here is completely new to marketing. This is designed to go step by step to keep this as simple as possible. So you experienced marketers, just try to be patient with me. I'm going to go ahead and give you the who, the what, the when, the where, the why, and of course the how with no fluff. We're just going to get to the facts. That way we can help you get over your wall. So let's go ahead and get started here. What do we do? Well, of course, there are going to be a lot of different ways that you can make money online, and we're going to use a lot of different methods. We're not going to put all of our eggs into just one thing, so that if that collapses or goes out of business, then we don't have any source of income. We're going to always diversify. Of course, if the big question is $30,000 weekly, yeah, right, is it real? Yeah, top reps are earning $30,000 per week, and they're doing that via the strength of a network. You know, of course, you're using individuals that are working to attain their goals, but while they're working to attain their goals, they're also helping you to achieve your goals. So what I want to do here is I'm going to pause this video for just a second and exit out of the PowerPoint presentation. Under the videos, there are some links, and I want you to go ahead and click on the power of a network. Let's go here and show you what I mean. You should be at this point at the video. Click on this link here, the power of a network. That's about a 2-minute video. I'm going to pause this video and then I will be right back. Okay, let's see if I can get back in. Okay, let's see if we can pick up where we left off. This thing, I am not a videographer, so try to bear with me here. Okay, assuming you've watched that video, let's go ahead and move forward here. Now, of course, we're going to market various businesses. As I said, we're going to diversify so we can enhance and multiply our income. You know, I want you to go ahead and take advantage of the network that you're building, even though you may not understand that you're building a network. It's inadvertently happening. The things that we're doing here, it's not multi-level marketing, but you're bringing people into the business that's doing the exact same thing, so you may as well capitalize on that network that you're truly building. We're marketing a lot of different things, as I said, but we're going to get you started here with an entry-level promotion, something that's really simple. I want you to go ahead and take a look at that video. Let's click out of this again here, and let's go back over, and you probably saw that when you watched the other video. I want you to go ahead and watch the 2100 plus channels, and that's going to tell you exactly what we're marketing, and then the $100 bills over and over is going to explain the pay plan on that. So I'm going to go ahead and actually I'm just going to go ahead and keep moving. Just go ahead and pause the video, and when you're ready, then go ahead and come back over to me. But I'm just going to continue going here, and let's see if I can figure out how to get back into the PowerPoint presentation here. Let's pick up where we left off. And I'm just going to keep moving forward here, because you can pause the video pretty much at your leisure. As I said, pause the video, watch those 2 videos. Of course, for clarification, assuming that you did pause me for I think 15 to 20 minutes to watch those 2 videos, for clarification, when you're basically doing this business, you're bringing people in each week, and if you're bringing in, let's say, 2 people per day, at 2 new trainees for the week, you're at $100 each. You're at $1,000 income for your first week. But in week 2, those same 10 trainees that you brought in and you trained them, they're doing the exact same thing. So the following week, you're going to have those 10 bringing you 10, because they're giving you the first person so that they can start their franchise. You're going to have 100 people, and 100, of course, times 100 is $10,000 you'd have in week 2. And this is in a perfect world. Of course, you're going to have some weeks where you bring in 20 people, some weeks you bring in 5. A lot of those people are going to drop off and they're not going to do anything. This is in a perfect world. But in week 3, those 100 trainees that from week 2 pass up 10 so that they can franchise. Of course, you're looking at 1,000 trainees passing up their first deal is going to $100 each, is going to be $100,000 in income. In week 4, the numbers start getting ridiculously insane. At 1,000 trainees each passing up their first sale so that they can franchise, you're going to have 10,000 trainees passing up their first sale in week 4, giving you an income of $1 million in income just for that week. That's in a perfect world, where these numbers are going to be somewhere in between there. And of course, as you start with this entry-level program, you start making money, you're going to want to upgrade and multiply your income. On our top tier program, you're actually going to be earning $3,500 per trainee as opposed to $100. So that same trainees that you're bringing in at 10 trainees during that same week, once you upgrade, you'd actually be at $35,000 in that week 1. In week 2, the same thing here, 10 trainees passing up their first trainee so that they can franchise at 100. You look at times 3,500 per deal, you're at $350,000 in income just in week 2 once you decide to upgrade. Same thing in week 3 here. The numbers start getting really crazy here. At 1,000 trainees at $3,500 per pop, you're at $3.5 million in income just that week. In week 4, just take a look at it. I'm not even going to explain. I mean, the income is just insane. So looking at these numbers, obviously you can see where it's very feasible. Where it's very feasible to earn $30,000 per week in consistent income. But let's go ahead and move on here. Now, what about the 147 activation fee? Of course, we said it was free to start, and it is free to start depending on which option that you want to use. I mean, we do have you covered. At the end of the video, you can complete 3 simple little steps, and you can start with no money out of pocket, or you can simply pay the 147 activation fee out of pocket and bypass those 3 simple steps if you don't want to do that. That choice is totally up to you. So how do we get from where we are right now to where you want to be? How do we get these referrals? Of course, we're going to drop ads. We use we use voice ads, we use email, we use fax, and we use text. When you join my team, you're going to get access to my software where you can send out either one of these four, but primarily for those of you getting started, we're going to send out text ads. And of course, as I said, we're going to give you the tools to actually send the ads, and we're going to give you the training on how to download, how to install, and how to use the tools to get those ads out. And of course, you're going to get a copy of the website, and all of this stuff is going to be on the website for your disposal. It's going to be at your disposal. But as I said, primarily for these newbies, I mean, to keep things simple, we're going to send text ads. This is a sample of the text ad. Of course, you're going to have a hook in your ad, and you're going to get instructions on how to write ads, so don't worry about that. Then you're going to have the body of the ad, the hook, the body of the ad, and then your call to action. What do you want them to do? Do you want them to come to your church? Do you want them to go to your car lot? In our case, we simply want them to go to our capture form and fill out a form, basically the mini application to get to this point. And then you also want to put an exit strategy in there, just keep ourselves out of hot water with the communication, the FT, with Federal Trade Commission. Just give them an exit, which we're only sending one ad per phone number anyway. You're going to get a database that has millions and millions and millions of database in there. So there's no reason for you to send more than one ad to each phone number. So for those of y'all that have concerns about sending the text ads, you don't have to worry about that, because we're not hitting like a list of 30,000 people over and over again, and that would probably get you sued. But let's go ahead and move on here. Of course, I'd pause the video again. I'm going to keep moving forward, but just pause the video right now. Scroll down under the video and click on that text marketing link, and that's going to explain to you how we actually send those ads out. But I'm going to keep moving forward here to try to keep this video as short as possible. Now, the people that respond to your cold ad, they're going to complete your JOT form. Let me go ahead and show you what that looks like. Let me get out of this for just a second here. The JOT form, you're going to get submissions, just so you can actually see it with your own eyes here. If this comes up, people are going to complete the mini applications, and they're going to want you to call them, or you're going to call them, or they're going to call you, however you do it. I sent out 20,000 ads. You see I got 80 responses back. So I said we get about 10 per 10,000, but I'm actually getting about 40 responses per 10,000 ads that I send out. Just wanted to show you that people are completing the JOT forms, and then of course at that point it's just a matter of you getting in touch with those people, or them getting in touch with you, and you getting them to this point here, so they're actually watching this presentation. Let's go ahead and enlarge this again. Video, of course, everything is a lot slower when I'm recording here. And of course, you're going to be able to add 10, 30, 50 people or more to your email list or to your text list daily. When you're doing online marketing, of course, the money is in the list, and these people are now your warm list. These are targeted people that you know want to work from home. Now, the potential income on this, just from this alone, at 10,000 ads, at just 0.1% response rate, at 10 referrals per day, with a 20% opt-in, that's only 2 people per day, and we're earning at a minimum of $200 per referral, which that'll be explained to you on the training videos. You're earning $400 daily just on sending out 10,000 ads, and that's before we even get into the upgrades and other things that we're doing. And of course, you don't want to leave this money on the table. If you need more income, then you just simply drop more ads or increase your level, which we'll get into that later. Now, of course, a lot of you are saying, hey, this is too easy. Making money can't be this easy. But yeah, it is. I mean, your job is just simply to drop the ads and, of course, be available for those people that have any questions or need help getting started. So it really is simple stuff. The hard part comes about because most people work, or they have busy schedules with their kids or cooking dinner. So it can be a cat and mouse game at times. They get off at 6 and they want to talk to you at 7 at night when you are actually done for the day. And I don't keep calling or emailing, and of course I don't divulge out more information. I mean, it's just a waste of time. For the most part, they're either in or they're out. If they're working, from 8 till 6, they're gonna have to schedule a time to get in touch with me over the weekend or something like that. Now, the number one problem, of course, facing marketers and networkers, of course, is generating leads, generating referrals, clients, customers, sales. That is the number one problem. And I just gave you the solution to that problem. But the product or the service, that really doesn't matter. I mean, you could have the cure for cancer and appeal. You could have the answer for world peace. But if you don't have that product in front of your targeted market, you're just going to fail. Now, of course, targeting friends and family, please, that's a joke. I mean, that is a recipe for failure. You know, family's going to sit back and kind of wait and see what happens with you before they do anything. And of course, you just can't start, spamming on Facebook or social media. That's going to, get your account banned, because Facebook, obviously, and other social media, Instagram, that stuff nowadays is set up for paid advertising, and they want you to pay to actually advertise to who's on Facebook and Instagram. And as I said, we just gave you a solution to that problem. That's going to be our proprietary systems, of finding leads, referrals, clients, customers, and sales. Basically, the same thing that got you to the point, to this point, is the same thing that you're going to be using. You're just simply copycatting. That's it. Let's take a look at the value of the system that you're actually going to be getting for free. Now, if you're texting using, let's say, Twilio charges 0.0075 cents per message. So if you're sending out, let's say, 10,000 messages, or if you could get approved with bandwidth, which most of you all will not, they charge 0.0055. But at 10,000 text ads per day, you'd be at $55 per campaign. And you may have, let's say, a bad campaign, or you hit a bad batch of numbers, or you write a crazy ad that doesn't work. You may be tempted to send out another 10,000 ads for that day. You'd be at $110 per day just on one or two campaigns. And of course, if you're sending out one campaign daily, you'd be at $1,650 monthly. And of course, that's going to generate 300 or more people per month to your list, so that you can always network with these people in the future. No other team is going to give you these systems. No other team has these systems. When you join some other team, they're going to just give you a welcome call or something and say, hey, go hit your friends and family. We're giving you a means of increasing your referral base by giving you access to our voice, email, fax if you're doing business to business, and our text marketing. That stuff is all included. Now, of course, the who. Who is our target audience? Well, our target market are individuals that want or need to work from home. I mean, these people could be disabled. They could be at-home parents. They could just be tired of the corporate world, or they're tired of making $10, $15, $20 an hour. They want more out of life than, minimum wage, or living paycheck to paycheck. Or these could be people that just can't drive. So, we're looking for income opportunity seekers, networkers, people that like multi-level marketing, even though some of the stuff we do is not multi-level marketing. And of course, we're looking for people that they want online businesses and similar opportunities. Now, of course, at this point, that target market is you. You are the target market. You want to work from home. And of course, the why should I work with you? Well, as I said before, when you join my team, you're going to get access to our proprietary marketing system, so that you can do voice ads if you want to. You can do email marketing if you want to. You can do fax marketing if you want to go business to business. And of course, you're going to get access to our text marketing software. Of course, you're also getting the training, so you're not just left out there alone to figure things out by yourself. That's a very tough road. I've been there. When can I start? Well, obviously, you can start whenever you decide to take action and stop procrastinating. Of course, now is always going to be the best time. And of course, we need you now to follow some directions and take some action to get you started here. We want you to go ahead and get over your wall. I don't know if you are familiar with that movie, An Officer and a Gentleman, with Officer Candidate Seagull. What was standing between her and her dreams was getting over that wall. We need you to get over your wall. So what we're going to do is make a gesture of goodwill, and we're going to help you get some free money. Of course, you can take this free money and you can run with it, or you can use it to invest back in yourself so that you can actually make some more money. What you're going to be doing is actually building a foundation. So we want you to go ahead and complete the 3 simple steps. And these 3 simple little steps, that's all that's going to be standing between you and earning $400 or more in daily income, and possibly making $30,000 a week. I'm sorry, $30,000 weekly. So, of course, we just need you to climb this wall. I mean, and obviously this is going to help us determine also if you are a player or a spectator. And also it's going to help help you build your foundation so that you can get started with what we actually do. This little nickel and diming stuff is not what we actually do, but we have to get you to a point where you can crawl so that then you can walk, and then you can take off and just run with this. And of course, if you can't get over this wall, those basic little 3 steps, you're certainly not going to do the other things that it takes to be successful, like downloading the software and programming the software and actually sending the ads on a daily basis. You're just not going to do it. Now, of course, steps 1 and steps 2, that's going to be free money, which you think would be easy. Yeah, it's free money. Everybody's going to do that. Some people actually struggle with this. They don't have bank accounts or don't have debit cards or actually withdraw the money to, or they're not able to even open a bank account. It's just absolutely crazy. But of course, step 3, this is just simply out there to kind of just test your determination, really, and it's also a tool that you may actually need later. Step 3, that's going to be offers. Nobody wants to do offers. But to be successful, sometimes you have to do things that you don't actually want to do. And of course, this stuff is going to look complicated to a lot of you. So of course, you have to attempt things that you thought you were not capable of achieving. Some people call that courage. Some people call that ambition. I call it drive. I call it determination. Whatever word you want to use, you have to take some sort of action. That's what it amounts to. And of course, making the money is fun. Doing the little things to make the money is boring, but it's a lot of hard work. I mean, you wake up in the morning and you have a notice from Chase or from Chime that $2,100 was deposited. That's fun, but you have to do the work to get to that point, of course. And of course, failure is an option. If you don't take any action, you give up before you try, of course, you're definitely going to fail. If you don't listen to your trainer, you're probably going to fail. If you can't follow written and video instructions, and you're scared to ask questions when you get lost, you're probably going to fail. If you can't work with other people, you're scared to take a phone call, or you're scared to call someone that filled out your me application, you're probably going to fail. But we just need you to follow the training videos, and there's also a progress report. The only thing you have to do is go down the progress report, just check off the things that you've done or that your training has done, and move on to the next thing on the progress report. And of course, time is of the essence, because we do use some tools that are here today and they may be gone tomorrow. We don't have control over that. So business is not going to wait until Monday morning. It's not going to wait until after the holidays. It's just not going to wait and see how the person above you did, and it's just going to move on without you. So of course, now is the best time to get started. So what we want you to do is go ahead and complete steps 1 through 3. We need you to get over that wall, Seagull. If you're not familiar with that term, watch the movie An Officer and a Gentleman. So click the button below or to the right of the video. I think it's labeled I'm on board. That will take you to the next step. Go ahead and do that now, and listen for my voice on the first training video.